about the matter that is before us, which has to do with the town acquiring some property. I'm going to ask whether, Charlie, are you prepared to get up and make a short presentation? Okay. Charlie Carno, the town planner, will make a short presentation, and after that we will provide for public comments. So with that, Roxanne, would you give us the call to the public hearing, please?
In accordance with Connecticut General State Statute 7-163E, the Town Council will conduct a public hearing at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, July 25th in the Council Chambers, 741 Colonel Ledyard Highway, Ledyard, Connecticut, to receive comment on the following. The acquisition of approximately a 71.96-foot wide and 1,608.95 foot long strip of land running from Avery Hill Road to an existing town easement adjacent to the town-owned Holmberg tank site from Richard H. Holmberg and Diane Y. Holmberg for a fee of $1, and to grant an easement over town-owned property known as 15A Tucker's Run to Richard H. Holmberg and Diane Y. Holmberg. At this hearing, interested persons may appear and be heard, and written communications will be accepted. A vote regarding the acquisition of this property will be held at a special town meeting scheduled for July 25th, 2012 at 6:15 p.m. This was dated at Ledyard, Connecticut on the 12th day of July 2012 and published in the New London Day on July 13th and July 19th, 2012.
Very good. Now I want to ask for the town planner, Mr. Charles Carno, to give us a brief presentation on the property in question.
Okay. Roxanne, could you just bring up the... Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Holmberg for their patience and cooperation in working with us on this acquisition. This is an important part of the Elgin Heights project. Basically connects what is known as the Holmberg tank with Avery Hill Road and supplies the water for the entire piece. There was some, during the process, we initially was planned to gain an easement from Mr. and Mrs. Holmberg for this property. Mr. Holmberg discussed it with us and suggested that he would be willing to grant us the property in fee if, with the hope that the town would grant access to his property over what is known as 15A Tucker's Run. This makes perfect sense. It provides him better access, provides the town control of this property. It's not, there's nothing really complicated here. It's 2.43 acres that the town will be acquiring to run a pipe down to Avery Hill from the tank. It's important to note that the actual pipe will be on the side of the Nature Conservancy, and there will be a pretty good buffer between the existing homes along the route. Other than that, Mr. Chairman, all I can say is this probably should have been done a little bit earlier. We're preparing to sign a contract with the contractor for the Elgin Heights project, and hopefully that'll be under construction in September.
Okay. And I just want to start with a question. There's the actual warranty deed has Exhibit A, and there's a memo from you dated, I think back on July 3rd that said, okay, but Exhibit A is not correct.
Yeah, the corrected
another
Exhibit
one
A,
is,
I believe, was, I have it here, and I believe it was transmitted with another second memo from me.
I don't think the second memo and the updated Exhibit A were not in the materials that I had available to me.
And I don't know
okay.
if you keep exhibits, but this is the updated survey.
Right? No, I can read it.
Oh.
I can read it here too.
This is the updated survey.
Right. The one that required updating said it was a strip about 25 feet wide, and this one is different. I see that. Okay. Does anybody else want to look at it? I didn't see the update in the materials that were provided to us, which, and I just wanted to make sure that there was one.
It's right on the web. It's the July 19th schedule.
Yes, I believe it is. Scroll down a little.
Yeah, Ledyard revised. It's never A.
It's July 19th.
It's the A thing under our presentation.
Yeah, I should have separated those out and not just put them in one memo
We have
form.
we have A through J on attachments, so we have to open every one of them.
Yeah, I opened them all, but that doesn't mean I didn't quite get it right.
You were on challenge.
I tried. Okay, but it's there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so at this point in the public hearing, we provide for public comment, and I assume that Mr. Carno would be available for any questions the public might have. Does anybody wish to speak on the subject? Yes, Sharon Woodett?
Sharon Wadecki, 44 Canning Road. I just want to thank the Holmbergs. This is very nice of you to do this. This project is real important to the town, and you're helping to make it happen, so thank you.
The reason we agreed to do it is that we're strong supporters of believing that everybody in Trinity deserves clean water. We were amazed when Galesbury got it. We were amazed when 117 got it. We never thought that out in high school. It's actually, just to give you a little bit of history, this particular strip of land at one time was the road between Groton and Norwich. It used to come up through 12 Orchard, right up to Norwich. Probably back in the late Soviet times. It wasn't until after the bridge was built over Park and Cove. And so it just was always retained as the property.
But thank you.
Another thing that we were interested in, and we requested of both Charlie and the developer, is that when the water tank was completed in 2006, a 12-inch pipeline was run to ABO. That 12-inch pipeline has never been used, and they have been waiting for that water for 6 years. And we asked, not as a written condition, but as a favor, that be put on priority. The trailer park is repiped, replumbed, they're growing off a 15-foot hand-dug well. They've been waiting for the pumping station from the Gallup project for I don't know how many years. And we asked that they be included in phase 1, and then, which includes the pipeline to the dock they go out to next.
Are they in phase 1? Do we know?
Yes, they are.
So if those two conditions are good for you, and as long as we have access, again, to the back of our property, we don't have any plans to use it. If one of our kids would like to go out, it's it.
Okay. Well,
We're
again,
very happy to make this contribution to the town and see this project.
and we are very happy that you did.
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address this? Yes, Mr. Somers.
Since we mentioned the pump station, at the WPCA meeting last night, there was a question about whether the Permanent Municipal Building Committee has received the plans from Emery Engineer for the new pump station? No? Okay. Thank you. The WPCA is going to send a letter to Emery Engineers and the Municipal Building Committee requesting that those plans be provided because they're potentially putting the project in jeopardy. So, and I totally agree with Mr. Holmberg. I remember when the town was buying tank loads of water and pouring them into that well in 2005 when we had a drought. And every year I watch The Rock and Morgan Pond to see if we're having a drought, we're going to be buying water again. So, totally agree with you. Thank you.
I think there's a secondary benefit to this. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Charlie, but because of the tank location and the location of Elgin Heights, a pump station for Elgin Heights would not be required.
I think the project's been designed so that it can be gravity.
It's going to be gravity feed, so the infrastructure savings are going to be huge and electricity savings are going to be huge. Let's get it done.
Okay, and with that, we'll get the public hearing done, if there's nobody else who wants to say anything. And in a few minutes, we will reconvene for the actual town meeting to vote on the transfer of the property.